Hello, all bettors and bettees. Welcome back to the Faves and Parlays podcast for another exciting week of NFL games, another exciting week of making some money. I am your host, Mr. Wright, joined by my co-host, Mr. Sanders. Mr. Sanders, say hello to the people.
Hello to the people, Mr. Sanders.
All right. Well, we're going to get right into it this weekend without any delay, but we must discuss the Thursday night game between the Vikings at the Rams. We did take that game money line, and things didn't exactly go our way. You want to speak on that, Mr. Sanders?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, after going 4-2 last week, which did I not call the slobber knocker odd score of that game Monday Night Football or not? I knew that was coming. But yeah, I mean, listen, we can call the face mask all we want. It would have just given us an opportunity, but there would have been no guarantees. But that was in the conversation that we had outside of here. I was also telling Mr. Grassy Fields about it last night that about 35 minutes before kickoff, the moment that I saw Puka was playing, I literally said, oh, shit.
Yeah.
I would have saw that. I would have left the game alone. I didn't think, I figured they would have had a difference in the game. Maybe like 70% of what they did.
Yeah.
But there would have been no question about it. I would have left it alone. So I guess that's on me there. So 0-1, which is all right because we're still about 29-15, something like that on the year. We have to go back and check the records. But let's hit these 5 games because there are 2 of them I'm going big, and one of them I'm selling the Empire State Building on. So.
Not just the farm equipment and the cows. You're putting the whole farm up on this one.
Yeah, we're getting rid of part of the city on this.
You're that confident. Well, let's do it. Let's get right into it then. So, first game that we're looking at is the New York Jets at New England, right? Jets. I mean, did we bury them, or is there still hope for these Jets?
Hey, it's odd. You can't put your finger on it. It's missed kicks, certain holding call, the absolute fucking collapse in the second half, hitting Garrett in the chest, bouncing off, and then dude returning it back the other way to the 2.
Right.
Not getting in the end zone for like the 4 trips that they had.
Right.
Another missed kick, and it's just like I hate to always believe it, but at some point they've got to be like, Jesus fucking Christ already. Like,
right.
So look, they need to win at minimum 5 of their next 6. It's not like they can't do it. This is it. If I don't care if people are calling Patriots soft, Mayo, Belichick, I don't fucking care. This is a must. Last game was a must. The game before that was a must. They lose this, it's all fucking over. So they're gonna have to relocate the team to like the fucking airport. So this is it. We got the Jets. We're gonna end up taking them at -4.
Okay.
That line has moved quite a bit from 6.5 to 7.5. When we grabbed it, it was 6.5. -4 was pretty cheap. So we have Jets at -4, and you let me down this time. Not only am I not hitting my over 9.5, god damn it, but they let me down this time, and it's just kind of hard not to shake it because it's just like they have it. They're cursed.
The curse of the Bambino. The New York Jets, huh?
Something.
And I don't think Aaron's been playing up to his level either. I mean, he's been missing throws here and there, holding the ball too long, in my opinion, which he generally does, but his accuracy has been a little off, which is interesting to me, because usually he's very accurate, but.
Yeah, but they're also not on the same page, and it definitely makes a difference.
Exactly. So, Jets, another must-have, and we're taking them -4 over New England. So, JETS, Jets, let's go. Let's go. Right. Next game we're looking at is Green Bay at Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Wow. If Green Bay is, I mean, they're looking pretty good. Jacksonville is looking pretty bad. So what do we think about this one?
I am putting like half of Super Bowl money on this game. I am dumbfounded that this game is not at a touchdown. The line is pretty much stuck at around 4. I was able to get it money line minus 200, which is usually about as far as I can go as far as stuff is that concerned. But for them to win, yeah, I have a very, very strong 4 digits going on this game for Green Bay to win. This should be anything else but an absolute motherfucking beatdown. Would be shocking if they don't win this by 2 scores.
Right.
Even with garbage time, I am literally I don't usually do these type of things, but this should be an absolute I am. So Green Bay money line, and I am we're going by far massive on this game.
Okay. So some early season massiveness, half Super Bowl money, the cows, the farm equipment, the barn, and the farm on this one, I see.
Yeah, at least
We're that confident in that Green Bay is going to smack the struggling Jacksonville with, Peterson seeming to be coaching for his job at this point. It should be anyway. Right.
Yeah, I see Belichick there next year.
Really? You heard it here first, folks. Bill Belichick, Jacksonville next year. Let's see if it comes true. Right. So the next game we're looking at are the Bills at Seattle. Intriguing. Kind of intriguing. Got some good things going on. Kenneth Walker's been coming on. Seattle should run their offense through him, in my opinion. Buffalo seeming to kind of gel a little bit. Some of their guys coming together. What do we think?
One of the games that I took last week, with everything, I figured that Seattle would probably put it on Atlanta, because I knew Atlanta can't get any pressure on the quarterback, and Seattle's not very good up front.
Right.
Plain and simple. So I kind of figured that no pressure would allow them to do it. They're not getting that with Buffalo. Buffalo will be getting in that ass. And I know it's clear cross country, but we're taking Buffalo money line, and I think Geno Smith should be spending at least 25% of his time on the ground. A lot of pressure, especially if it gets to the point where the Bills are putting up some points. And if Seattle can't run the ball and they're going to have to constantly throw it, I think Geno is going to definitely have a whole lot of the rubber substance that's on their field all over him, and you're going to probably get a lot of sideline shots of them rubbing it off, because I think that Buffalo is going to get in that ass as far as the trenches are concerned. So Bills money line, period.
Just win Bills. So Bills defense, go ahead and stop Kenneth Walker III, make him one-dimensional. Geno Smith running miles in the wrong direction. That's what we're looking at. Okay, so Bills money line at Seattle. Let's go Bills. Next game we're looking at, the hot Baltimore Ravens right now at Cleveland, at a struggling Cleveland. My first thought about this one looks like it shouldn't be close either. I don't know what your feelings are. The way Baltimore's looking.
Yeah, Lamar's been playing pretty solid. I get a text here and there like, Lamar this, Lamar that. I'm like, listen, man, what are we, like 7 years in now? So, okay, good. After 7 years, good for him. Derrick Henry is anyway. Fuck.
Right.
Teams will be able to beat him. But yeah, in this situation, like that line has fluctuated all over the joint. It's gone from 7 to 9.5. I immediately saw it at 7. I was able to grab it at 4, which is really, really weird.
At
Never,
-4 for Baltimore.
yeah, Baltimore -4. I think I got it for like 165, if memory serves correctly. Which is just like, okay. Um, Everybody got what they want. Deshaun's out. So let's see, Winston let that sucker fly. But even then, to throw it to, and good to see my boy Nick Chubb back. But I don't. If Baltimore even plays at 80% of the way they've been playing, I can't. There's no reason they shouldn't be winning this game by a touchdown. I would think it's common sense, just because the team's been hot for 5-6 weeks in a row. You know that they have these games. This is the NFL, any given Sunday.
Right.
But, I don't see how they don't beat them by a touchdown, minus some garbage time. But
Right.
yeah, I know we have it at Baltimore -4. If you're able to get it at Baltimore -5, I'd take it. Even if I don't see why Baltimore -6 would be an issue. But we have it at -4. If you can get it at -5, go for it. But yeah, that's pretty much that, because they've definitely been playing some smash mouth up yo ass football. So
Absolutely. I saw that Derrick Henry spends 6 figures on the team that takes care of his body every year.
yeah, $250,000. Ain't that some shit?
Right. I mean, it's paying off. He got that from LeBron, who spends $1 million on his body a year. So whatever
Yeah,
he's
but
doing, it's
LeBron
working.
makes a little bit more money, and Michael Jordan's still the best.
100%. All right, so we're taking Baltimore -4 at Cleveland. Seeing if Lamar can continue to trend upwards as a thrower. Right, he's been more accurate downfield this year, which is always kind of been his Achilles heel.
Yeah.
Always had a strong arm, always been able to run, but that downfield passing's kind of been the issue. And this year, it seems dare I say, maybe he's turned a corner. Maybe.
7 years, and
I
let's see
mean,
what happens.
some people take a little bit longer. He says the game has slowed down for him finally. So, we'll see if it continues or if it's just a phase, right? The final game we're taking, the Monday Night Football game, the New York Football Giants at the Pittsburgh Steelers. I feel like the Giants are a freaking dumpster fire. I still can't believe they gave Daniel Jones all that money. It makes no sense to me at all. He must be the luckiest or have the best agent on the planet. How do we feel about the New York Football Giants at the Pittsburgh Steelers on Monday Night Football this week?
Are they at Pittsburgh? I thought that they were in New York.
No, Giants at Pittsburgh.
Huh.
This is actually the only home team that we are taking this week, which is kind of interesting.
Is it really?
Absolutely.
That's some shit. Huh.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, for the most part, I don't take that into consideration for the most part.
Yeah.
Playoffs, maybe. Certain situations, but definitely not this one. Yeah, no,
Right.
this should be an absolute ass kicking.
Agreed.
I think TJ Watt is going to walk out with plus 2 sacks. If you can find a prop bet with him getting over a sack, I'd throw a couple dollars down on it.
Right.
I don't see how you don't. Barring some huge collapse and just unbelievable what the fuck is going on around here, which these
Right.
games do happen. That game again, that game opened up at minus, I think it was 5.5.
For Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I think it was minus 5.5 Pittsburgh. I grabbed it at 4. No, I mistake. No, it was minus 6.5 Pittsburgh.
Okay.
We got it again at 4.
-4?
I ended up getting it for like I think it was minus 145. I was like, damn, boy, I would get lucky when I grab these things sometimes. But yeah, Pittsburgh -4. Pittsburgh -5. There's no way they don't win this game by a touchdown. There's just no way. Any given Sunday. But
Right.
this should be we should be seeing some Drew Lock in this game. I think it's going to be that type of run for your life. type
Mhm.
of situation. There's
And
just
and
no way.
and it seemed like Russell Wilson started clicking a little bit with his receivers at the end of that, the second half of that game last week.
Just get into the groove. He played for 2
Right,
months.
right, right. Um, I'm not a huge fan of Pickens as a human being. But as a player, the kid, those 50-50 balls, there seem to be 80-20 balls with him. He
Just
brings crazy things down, and Russell Wilson with that moon ball, dropping it down out of the damn sky. Crazy. I wonder if there's a prop bet on how many deep balls we'll see. Right? That'd be interesting.
it is pretty crazy. Usually they'll do, like his longest catch for like 15 yards or some shit, whatever it is. I have no idea what it is.
Yeah.
I didn't even see the sack prop for Watt, but it's usually half a sack or 1 sack. And I'd throw a couple dollars on it and see what happens with that.
Right. Right. I like it. Well, just to review for you, ladies and gentlemen, if any of you missed anything, we are taking Jets -4 at New England. We are taking Green Bay money line at Jacksonville. Should be an absolute ass whooping.
Better be.
We're betting the freaking farm and everything else on that one. Green Bay money line at Jacksonville. We are taking Bills money line at Seattle. We're taking Baltimore -4 at Cleveland. And last but not least, we are taking Pittsburgh -4 with the visiting New York Giants.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, like I said, we're not throwing it on there whether I'm right or wrong with the Watt sack. There's one game that I really, really, really was looking at, and I couldn't really make up my mind. Philly and Cincinnati.
Hmm.
That is 2.5 point spread. I believe Philadelphia. I My biggest issue is, even though Barkley went off last week, it was still only on 17 carries, which again makes no sense to me. That man ain't touching the ball 25 times to run the ball.
Right.
Cincinnati really struggles stopping the run.
Hmm.
But Philadelphia, for some reason, these past 2 years, they just are hard-headed.
Yeah.
So I don't think that Philly will be able to cover their wide receivers. I think Joe Burrow should be able to do his thing, but what concerns me is, will it be this game that they give him the ball
Right.
to Saquon Barkley? And a huge part of me wanted to take that Cincinnati game, but we're leaving it be, but definitely something to kind of keep an eye on. I think if Barkley touches the ball at least 23, 24 times, at least 24 times, maybe Philly will be able to beat him. But if not, I'd be pretty shocked. If he doesn't run the ball at minimum 24 times, definitely something to kind of keep an eye on. That game very much has me intrigued. It's kind of a must for them both, really.
Right. Right. All right. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So keep an eye on that Philly-Cincinnati game. Maybe just for future. See if Philly is, can get out of their own way and feed that beast they got back there. I mean, what'd you bring him in for if you don't give him the ball?
Word.
Right. And with that said, have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy some good college football today. Oregon is #1 in the country. Crazy. Mr. Sanders doesn't care.
I do NFL shit. The fuck?
That's right. Well, thank you all for watching. We appreciate you. Please click the follow on the YouTube. We do have an Instagram, which is
Fades and Parlays _podcast.
Let's go. Leave your comments. We want to know what you think, how you feel. Share some of your insight, and we'd love to hear from you. Thank you very much. We will see you next week. Happy betting. Peace.